Saskatchewan is a province in western Canada, bordered on the west by Alberta, to the north by Northwest Territory, to the east by Manitoba, to the northeast by Nunavut, and on the south by the United States, Atlanta, and North Dakota. Saskatchewan and Alberta are the only landlocked provinces of Canada. In 2022, Saskatchewan's population was estimated at 1,214,000, nearly 10% of Saskatchewan's total area of 651,000 square kilometers is freshwater, mostly rivers, reservoirs, and lakes. Residents primarily live in the southern prairie half of the province, while the northern half is mostly forested and is sparsely populated. Roughly half lived in the province's largest city, Saskatoon, or the provincial capital, Regina. Other notable cities include Prince Albert, Moose Jaw, Yorkton, Swift Current, North Battleford, Estevan, Yeppan, Maryfort, and the Board City Roadminster. English is the primary language of the province, with 82.4% of Saskatchewans speaking English as their first language. Saskatchewan have been inhabited for thousands of years by indigenous groups. Europeans first explored the area in 1690 and first settled in the area in 1774. It became a province in 1905, carved out from the vast Northwest Territory, which had until then included most of the Canadian prairies. In the early 20th century, the province became known as a stronghold for Canadian social democracy. North America's first social democratic government was elected in 1944. The province's economy is based on agriculture, mining, and energy. Saskatchewan is presently governed by Premier Scott Moy, a member of the Saskatchewan Party, which has been in power since 2007. In 1992, the federal and provincial government signed a historic land claim agreement with First Nations in Saskatchewan. The First Nations received compensation which they could use to buy land on the open market. For the bands, they have acquired about 3,000 square kilometers new reserve lands under this process. Some First Nations have used their settlement to invest in urban areas including Regina and Saskatoon. The name of province is derived from the Saskatchewan River. The river is known Saskatchewan, which means swift-flowing river in the Cree language. Saskatchewan is the only province without a natural border, as it borders largely followed by graphical coordinates of longitude and latitude. The province is roughly quadrilateral, or a shape with four sides. However, the southern border on the 49th is parallel and the northern border on the 60th parallel appear carved on globes and many maps. Additionally, the eastern boundary of the province is partially clocked rather than following a line of longitudinal, as correction line were devised by surveyors prior to the Dominion Lands Act Homestay Program 1880 to 1928. Saskatchewan is a part of Western Province and is bounded on the west by Alberta, on the north by Northwest Territory, in the northwest by Nunavut, on the east by Manitoba, and on the south by the U.S. states of Montana and North Dakota. Saskatchewan has the distinction of being the only Canadian province for which no border corresponding to physical geographical feature. That's to say they are all parallel and medians. Along with Alberta, Saskatchewan is one of the two landlocked provinces. The overwhelming majority of Saskatchewan's population is located in the southern third of the province, south of the 53rd parallel. Saskatchewan contains two major natural regions, the boreal forest in the north and the prairies in the south. They are separated by the Aspen Parkland Transition Zone near the North Saskatchewan River on the west side of the province and near to the south of the Saskatchewan River on the eastern side. Northern Saskatchewan is mostly covered by the forest except for the Lake Athabasca sand dunes, the largest active sand dunes in the world north of 58 degrees and adjacent to the southern shore of Lake Athabasca. Southern Saskatchewan contains another area with sand dunes known as the Great Sand Hills covering over 300 square kilometers. The Cypress Hills located in the southwestern corner of Saskatchewan and Kilden Badlands Grasslands National Park are the area of province that were unglaciated during the last glaciation period, the Wisconsin glaciation. The province's highest point at 1,392 meters is located in the Cypress Hills, less than 2 kilometers from the provincial boundary with Alberta. The lowest point is the shore of Lake Athabasca at 213 meters. The province has 14 major drainage basins made up of various rivers and watersheds draining into the Arctic Ocean, Hudson Bay, and the Gulf of Mexico. According to the Canada 2011 census, the largest ethnic group in Saskatchewan is German, with a total of 28.6%, followed by English 24.9%, Scottish 18.9%, Canadian 18.8%, Irish 15.5%, Ukrainian 13.4%, French 12.2%, First Nation 12.1%, Norwegian 6.9%, and Polish 5.8%. As of 2021 Canadian census, the 10 most spoken languages in the province include English 99.24%, French 4.72%, Tagalog 3.27%, Cree 2.25%, Hindu 1.43%, Punjabi 1.21%, German 1.07%, Mandarin 1.05%, Spanish 1.1%, Ukrainian 0.89%. The question on knowledge of language allows for multiple responses. According to the 2021 census, religious groups in Saskatchewan included Christianity 56.3%, religion 36.6%, Islam 2.3%, indigenous spiritualities 1.5%, Hinduism 1.3%, Sikhism 0.8%, Buddhism 0.4%, Judaism 0.1%, others 0.7%. Historically, Saskatchewan's economy was primarily associated with agriculture, with wheat being precious symbol on the province's flag. Increasing diversification has resulted in agriculture, forestry, fishing, and hunting only making up 8.9% of the province's GDP in 2018, Saskatchewan grows a large portion of Canada's grain. In 2017, the production of canola surpassed the production of wheat, which is Saskatchewan's most familiar crop and the one most often associated with the province. The total net income from farming was $3.3 billion in 2017, which was $0.9 billion less than the income in 2016. Other grains such as flax, rye, oats, peas, lentils, canary seed, and barley are also produced in the province. Saskatchewan is the world's largest exporter of mustard seeds. Beef cattle production by Canadian province is only exceeded by Alberta. In the northern part of the province, forestry is also the significant industry. Mining is a major industry in the province, with Saskatchewan being the world's largest exporter of potash and uranium. Oil and natural gas production is also a very important part of the Saskatchewan's economy. Although the oil industry is larger among Canadian provinces, only Alberta exceeds Saskatchewan in overall oil production. Heavy crude is extracted in the Redominster Calobat-Industry area. Light crude is found in Industry Swift Current areas as well as Western Estevan fields. Natural gas is found almost entirely in the western part of Saskatchewan, from the Primrose Lake area through Redominster, Unit, Industry, Reader, and around Maple Creek areas. Publicly funded elementary and secondary schools in the province are administered by 27 school divisions. Public elementary and secondary schools either operate as secular or as separate schools. Nearly all school divisions except one operate as an English first language school board. The Division Scolaire Francophone number 310 is the only school division that operates French first language schools. In addition to the elementary and secondary schools, the province is also home to the several post-secondary institutions. The first education on the prairies took place within the family groups of the First Nation and early fur trading settlers. There were only a few missionary or trading post schools established in Rupert's Land, later known as Northwest Territories. The first 76 Northwest Territories school districts at the first Board of Education meeting formed in 1886. The pioneering boom formed ethnic bloc settlements. Communities are seeking education for their children similar to the school of their homeland. Log cabins and dwellings were constructed for the assembly of the community school, church dances, and meetings. The prosperity of roaring 20s and the success of farmers is proving on their homesteads helped provide funding the standardized education, textbooks, normal schools for educating teachers, formal schools, curricula, and state-of-the-art school house architectural plans provide continuity throughout the province. English as the school language helped to provide economic stability because one community could communicate with another and goods could be traded and sold in a community language. Goods could be traded and sold in the common language. The number of one-room schoolhouse districts across Saskatchewan totaled approximately 5,000 at the height of this system of education in the late 1940s. Following World War II, the transition from many one-room schoolholds to fewer and larger consolidated modern technological town and city schools occurred as a means of assuring technical education. School buses, highways, and family vehicles created easy and accessible of a population shifted to large towns and cities. The combines and tractors mean to transform could manage more than a quarter section of land. So there was a shift from family farms and subsistence crop to cash crop grown on many sections of land. School ventures have been newly proposed as a means of allowing competition between rural schools and making the operation of cooperative school practicable in rural areas. Saskatchewan's Ministry of Health is responsible for the policy direction, sets and monitors standards and provides funding for regional health authorities and provincial health services. Saskatchewan's health system is a simple pre-system medical practitioner in Saskatchewan and independent contractor. They limit their accounts to publicly funded Saskatchewan Medical Care Insurance Plan, which pays the county's patients to do not pay anything to their doctor or hospital for medical care. In 1944, the Cooperative Commonwealth Federation, a left-wing agrarian and Labour Party, won the provincial election in Saskatchewan and formed the first socialist government in North American history. Repeatedly re-elected, the CCF campaigned in the early 1960s on the theme of universal health coverage, and after winning the election again implemented it, the first in Canada, however, in fiercely opposed by the Province Doctors Union, which went on a massive strike the day the new system came in effect. Supported by the Saskatchewan Chamber of Commerce, most newspaper and the right wing kept our doctors movement. The Doctors Union ran an effective communication campaign portraying the universal healthcare system as a communist scheme that would spread diseases. The strike, which had become very unpopular because of the outrageous rhetoric of some of its leaders, one of them had called the bloodshed, finally ended after a few weeks, and universal health coverage was adopted by the whole country 5 years later. Transportation in Saskatchewan includes an infrastructure system of road, highway, freeways, airports, ferries, pipelines, trails, waterways, and railway systems serving a population of approximately 1 million inhabitants year-round. It is funded primarily with the Government of Saskatchewan and the Government of Canada federal, Saskatchewan local, and the Government of Canada federal government funds. The Saskatchewan Development of Highways and Transport estimates 80% of traffic is carried on the 5,000-kilometer principal system of highways. Saskatchewan is a home to the number of museums. The Royal Saskatchewan Museum serves as the provincial museum of the province. Other museums include the Fairbank House, Evaluation of Education Museum, Museum of Antiquities, the RCMP Heritage Center, Rotary Museum of Police and Corrections, Saskatchewan Science Center, Saskatchewan Western Development Museum, and T-Rex Discovery Center. The province is presently home to several concert orchestras: the Regina Symphony Orchestra, the Saskatoon Symphony Orchestra, and the Saskatoon Youth Orchestra. The Regina Symphony Orchestra is the Connexus Arts Center, while the Saskatoon perform at the TCU Press. A reading writer from Saskatchewan is W. O. Michael, born 1914, died 1998, born in Webern. His best-loved novel is Who Has Seen the Wind, which portrays life on the Canadian prairies and sold almost a million copies in Canada. As a broadcaster, he is known for his radio series Jack and the Kid. He aired on CBC Radio between 1950 and 1956 and was also about life on the prairies. The Saskatchewan Roughriders are the provincial's professional Canadian football team playing in the Canadian Football League and are extremely popular across Saskatchewan. The team's fans are also found today congregate on game days throughout Canada, and collectively they are known as Rider Nation. The province's other major sports franchise in the Saskatchewan launch of the National Lacrosse League. In their first year of competition in 2016, the Rush won both their division title and the league championship. Hockey is the most popular sport in the province. More than 490 National Hockey League players have been born in Saskatchewan, the highest per capita output of any Canadian province, United States or European countries. Saskatchewan does not have an National Hockey League or minor professional franchise, but 5 teams in the Junior Western Hockey League are located in the province: the Montana Warrior, Prince Albert Riders, Regina Pats, Saskatchewan Raiders, Breeders, and Swift Current Bucks. In 2015, Budweiser honored Saskatchewan for their abundance of hockey players by sculpting a 4-foot-tall hockey player monument in ice for Saskatchewan's capital city of Regina. The company then filmed their frozen monument for a national television commercial thanking the province for creating so many goal scorers throughout hockey's history. Budweiser also gifted the hockey player province a trophy made up of white birch, Saskatchewan's provincial tree, which bears the name of every professional player in the history. Sitting atop the trophy was a golden Budweiser red light, synchronized to every current Saskatchewan player in the professional league. This trophy can currently be seen as Victoria Bar at Victoria Bar in Regina. Historically, Saskatchewan has been one of the strongest curling province. Teams from Saskatchewan have finished in the top 3 places at Sat8 barrier and top 2 places in women's championship. In 2019, the sports network TCN poll experts ranked Shumila's Saskatchewan team, which won a gold medal at the 1998 Olympics, as the greatest women's team in Canada's history. In 2005, Saskatchewan celebrated its centennial. To honor it, the Royal Canadian Mint issued a commemorative $5 coin depicting Canada's wheat field, as well as a saturation 25-cent coin of a similar design. Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip visited Regina, Saskatoon, and Ramsden, and the Saskatchewan reared John Michael issued an album in Saskatchewan's honor. In summary, we have talked about Saskatchewan, one of the provinces of Canada, confederated on 1st September 1905, split from Northwest Territory. 10th with Alberta, its capital Regina, largest city Saskatoon, largest metro Greater Saskatoon. Total area of 651,000 square kilometers, land only 591,000 square kilometers, water 59,000 kilometers squared, ranked 7th with a total of 6.5% of Canada. Total population as of 2021 were 1,132,000, which ranked them 6th in whole Canada and with a population density of 1.91 per square kilometer. Denominator Saskatchewanian, official language English, with a time zone of UTC-6 or UTC-7. Thank you very much for being with us. See you in other upcoming videos. Bye.